Alright, you guys, so last video we discussed a little bit about this server. It's very interesting how short it is. Literally inside this constant is making a server literally work. Apparently he said that it gets this object, request, response. We write the response, and then in the Expo Go he was able to see how to put it on the screen. So today we're gonna see how in Expo, well, with God's help, we'll see how the Expo was written to actually receive this response. So okay, so this is our server, by the way. Here we're in our server, and what was written in the front end, by the way, to be able to request the response, by the way. So it said excuse me, this is not the question. Oops. So we were able to figure out that this thing is what we just have to accept it. We just have to understand that this will make our server listen, and this, what it's gonna do is it's going to, if the, now this is a server, right? Now a server is accessible through, oops, sorry guys. The server is accessible through the IP address, like 172.125 sorry. Now when we do SSH, right, there's a specific protocol. It's pretty deep to kind of understand how it even started. You don't have to really go into it so much, but you just have to memorize this thing, and you know that you log into the shell, right? Now this is a computer, you can make it open for SSH, but when you do this, it already is open for SSH. It just logs in. Now our goal is to figure out, obviously, when you do like curl this and then you do like the port or whatever, and I think when you do like HTML or something, HTML, like hello.html, you download the HTML file. Now this is the thing we're trying to understand, right? Because this, if you for example, like let's see like this, like we do, if we run our server, we do http //172.235.63.125 3000 hello world. Yeah, right. So we get the hello world. Now the question is though, oops, nano server request response. When we write this, we write the hello world. It writes it into the to the browser like that. Now we want to figure out how the Expo does it, right? Because in Expo, we were able to do fetch from, for example, if we shake and we reload the application, we press fetch from node server. Hold on, let's reload it again through the. So we got it from the app. For some reason, oh, okay. Let's restart it because it's not. Node. It's already in use. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to do ls of -i 3000. We want to get this ID, and we kind of want to destroy it right now. Do 9. If we, yeah, there's nothing there now. So that's how we destroy the process. You write that command. Excuse me. Okay, node server. Okay, running on server. Okay, so we're gonna capture it from the computer. Oh, there you go. So see, we're able to get it. We're able to fetch from the phone, right? And we were able to fetch from the browser. Now the question is, okay, browser, we don't really have to understand how it works. I guess, it does it. It seems like it does everything for you over there. Now the question is, how does it work on the Expo browser? That's the question. Expo on the phone. That's the question. That is the question. So we're gonna go to our ChatGPT. Okay. So this is our code over here. We're gonna see our code. Import React. So this stuff we have to accept. Like, this is what I heard. We have to so let's ask. We're gonna the what's it called? The Expo runs in this thing called, it uses this thing called GSX. So what we're gonna ask ChatGPT to do is to write it in regular React code, not like raw React. How to say? Pure React, like vanilla React code without GSX, and you'll see it's very interesting how it will look. It's literally like a real JavaScript, which God's help we will understand it, be able to understand it more deeply altogether. However, right now we just have to accept it, and it's going to be interesting because it kind of, when I saw this, it really made a lot of sense. So when you guys will see it too. Okay. Can you make, instead of JSX, here all this in your React instead? Okay, absolutely. Pure React, pure code, React element. So see, it's very interesting. And we could, it'll be easier for us to look to kind of analyze the function signatures. Actually, that's kind of the main thing. And no arrow functions. All right. So it made this thing much easier for us to understand, and we're not using arrow functions. So we're gonna analyze this code today. Wait a minute. All right. Save. Now, we're gonna go to our preview. Open Expo Go. Boom. So it does the exact same thing as we see. Just uses now pure React. It doesn't use JSX. Now it's a way of writing. So you use a specific I believe it's called a parser. But we could write the same thing. It's like more. It takes a little more code, but it looks more like real JavaScript. All right, so we're gonna full screen this because this is our application that that actually sends the request to the server, and then the server sends the response, and then it here accepts the response. So as you see here, okay, fine. It makes sense that here, first of all, this stuff we have to just accept. So we just import React, use state from React. We got stuff. We will talk about this later. I learned a little about this, but you guys can just kind of just accept it right now. When we just copy this, so we just copy this thing, and then when we write this thing over here, we write import. Also, these are specific things that I'll show you how I understood this. It's really cool, actually, the way I was able to understand this. I'll explain to you guys, and you guys will be able to understand it too. Pretty much, this whole thing has these things called function signatures. So okay. Explain all the function signatures from here. So a function signature is the main thing a function like accepts as parameters. No, like the that code. So asking what are all the built-in functions used in that code you provided. Yes, but what are all the function features for them though? All right. So we're going to talk about the function signatures. We got to talk about this. Got it. You're asking what are the function signatures of all the built-in functions used in your code. Um, what parameters they take, what they return, what types they work with. Let's go through them one by one with their exact signatures, like how you would see in documentation. Okay, all built-in functions. Okay, use state. So function use state. Fetch, promise in, promise catch. We still want to ask what this means. Like, what in the world is this S thing here? What is this S? So, it's a question. Gets in TypeScript. Excuse me. Write all the functions for all the built-in functions without TypeScript though. Alright, awesome. You're asking for a list of built-in functions used in your JavaScript React Native code with the function signatures written in plain JavaScript, not TypeScript. No as generics, no types like string, number. Okay, there you go. This is what we want. So use state, initial value, return set state. So initial value, use state, set message, fetch, then okay, call catch, response text, console log, arguments, developer console, style sheet, create. Hold on. What about what it accepts though? The function signature with full description. Yeah, we want the full description. Yeah, that's what we want. We want like this. Function is the initial value. The thing is, the main thing that we're trying to understand here is the style sheets create. Yeah, this is what we want. This is what we want. Example. plain object with name style rules. Alright, fine. So with God's help we will cover all these. We will put this in our Expo mastery. Code. Do we have Expo error mastery? Alright, we're gonna make another one today. Create new file. Expo function mastery. Empty. Alright, so yes. Alright, so we got our Expo error mastery. We're actually Expo function mastery. So we're gonna make this number 1 right now, if we can. Okay, that's number 1. Alright, you guys, so to sum it all up, we were able to load our Expo app from the web, or we were able to load our server up from the web and also from Expo client, all running from our server. Oops, sorry. So if you see here, we have our server running here. Our Expo app is over here from Snack. We build it on the web, and then we run it from our phone. From the phone, it makes the request, and boom, checks out. We get the response on our phone. So, with God's help, we will. We just turned off the phone, so that's why we got that little thing. With God's help, we will go and actually kind of channel into the specifics of the Expo code, why we get certain stuff over there, why certain things are working the way they are, how we are able to use the state, and we're going to try to cover all these functions with God's help in our Expo function mastery. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to cover. God's help. But yeah, it's super cool. Other than that, with God's help, we'll see you guys in the next couple videos, and we will, with God's help, learn more of this Expo mastery. Okay, other than that, we'll see you guys soon. Alright, you guys, peace.